is the amount of objective games that RSG is able to do. So banning out that Bauman right from the start, and then just giving SmellyCat
pain
really
is the proof that
Your
I'm
team
still
is
alive.
picking.
Yeah, and as much as possible, but I'm a little surprised OhDeerBambi maybe didn't take that for himself as well. It would have helped him to secure the objectives a little easier. He also played that yesterday, but I guess not wanting to risk giving that to Bray. That being said though, having banned out the Akai, banning another one is really, you know, kind of reducing the possibility that Bray can go in for these objectives, especially now that it seems he has pivoted a little to that utility kind of playstyle, even though he's fully capable, of course, of flexing that assassin muscle. Babycakes actually choosing to go into the Brody, so adding even more to that team fighting.
Let's settle things down with the duel.
In the draft of RSG.
Your team is
man,
picking.
going back to the old comfort picks. OhDeerBambi picks off the Karina, Sync on the Kagura. So it's really a pick-off strategy like we've seen so far. Whether or not it will work against RSG, because they're all so tightly knit together, it will be difficult to break them apart. And this is what Stellark is precisely trying to do, because they know that Diablo is always on the offside. So Stellark, understanding this, is going to pick them off. But Bray on the fanny.
Not bad.
Oh man. Oh man, if you could see our excitement right now, it's going to be a game, guys. It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just looking at this draft of RSG, it's looking pretty insane. I think very daring as well, and the fact that they're going for kind of complete opposite strategies here. You know, Stellark with the dive pick-off composition, and RSG really going full on in terms of the skills, the skill cooldowns, the team fighting. This is going to be one huge match.
Yeah, this is actually a very scary draft for both these two teams. I don't prefer a draft as of now, but I feel like, you know, both these two teams does have a very decent chance, because, you know, looking at how Stellark has drafted, their goal is to drag someone, anyone. I'm gonna say that forbidden word yesterday. Gonna drag Mr. President out of the White House. We bash him up, and ladies and gentlemen, on to game number 1 we go.
Oh man, okay, right off the bat, drafts for both teams seem super balanced. Like, you have immense amounts of burst potential coming in from both teams. However, from the side of Stellark Esports, they are highly focused on pick-off strategy. So if you are trying to avoid as much team fight skirmishes as much as possible. So you don't want Lolsie to land any fatal chains whatsoever. If they do this, RSG is able to come back. That is the kink in the armor. However, on the side of RSG, I think they won the draft at this point, because remember, they do the 1-1-3 strategy where Babycakes, 505, and Lolsie are a unit. So these three heroes are just going to be sticking together as much CC as possible. Just going in hand. Sync got out there live.
There's a bit too much damage for Sync. Though Bray steps into the turret, takes a few shots. Sync a little bit low, has to fall back, and that is actually huge. You allow the Julian, you have no mid priority already, and OhDeerBambi just, you know, trying to do some damage control, taking away farm from Bray.
With this amount of burst potential right in the early game, Stellark should be looking at early game engages, early game skirmishes right as possible. But this is the time where they are playing a little bit passively. Might have a different kind of strategy in this peace of mind, but something might be happening in the bottom lane as the rotations are starting to come in.
Definitely the most important fight next is that turtle fight, right? It's all up to, but hold on a second, Babycakes. I think that is a flicker being burned. SmellyCat now looks like a target, but Bray's off, not on the same side as the turtle. On the other hand, OhDeerBambi already at the turtle pit, they're ready to go. But if you notice how RSG members, they're rotating around, they're looking at the bottom side as well. Sync and Chu already there.
Oh. Popo really saved Koopa that one.
Yep.
Yeah, because Popo was right there when Fanny tries to hit her ultimate onto SmellyCat. But in this case, first turtle of the game goes over to Stellark Esports. This is a big one for them. They need the early game advantage.
Yeah, Stellark Esports has always been consistent regarding the neutral objective takedown. Remember yesterday Stellark went up against Slate. Slate has been giving them every single neutral objective. But the difference here is that RSG did not manage to punish them, but the person is gonna get punished. 1/4 health. So many close calls for Stellark, but now they're so lucky.
And like what we see, Lolsie 505 just trying to go up and babysit babycakes as much as possible, right until he evolves into a bigger adult and he can fend for himself. But at the same time, Fossa is right there for the defense. Sync gets out of there alive.
Yep.
3 members trying to zone out and rotate as much as possible. RSG really playing like a unit, but First Blood goes over to Babycakes. We missed that, but First Blood, fast fingers first. Get that redeem code flash on the screen now.
Yeah, Babycakes, you know, losing that First Blood is a little bit unfortunate. Fossa with that Franco. That's the reason why Stellark prioritized that Franco so quickly. You don't want to give that to Lolsie. And the more time you dangle around a pick-up position, the more time that you will get picked off right here. But OhDeerBambi takes a lot of damage. This arena nowhere to be seen, funneling right into Babycakes.
It's okay, but understanding how they play. Bambi goes down, but going away. But Lolsie, on the other hand, gets hooked in.
Oh, Lolsie's very
Lolsie
aggressive right there.
going
Only quarter
aggressively.
HP. He's gonna pull the finger right into the members, but no follow-up coming from RSG. A little bit slow. 505, a little bit delayed. They will be able to take down Fossa. They're just trading Romans for now. Chu may find 505. That is not a good deal that RSG wants to take.
Well, putting up a good fight, Stellark SG. Whenever you come out and stray away from your team, you are going to get punished. This is exactly what Stellark came here to do. Punish you for being separated. And RSG, yeah, you get 505 out, but you have hit the power spikes. Look at how Lolsie goes in with the aggressiveness on that Atlas.
Yeah, don't forget, Stellark. There were 2 members from the side of RSG before, Fossa and Sake. They definitely know RSG's playbook. And now RSG being put at the spot. Remember, before the cast, we're talking about this. We're thinking, whether can Stellark actually put RSG on the spot? It feels like they're doing it. Speaking about putting on the spot, OhDeerBambi jumping in. Babycakes a little bit too low. No way for him to run. And not a victim into Stellark.
This is good for Stellark Esports right now. In this early stage of the game, you sort of give up the turtle where you're not in a position to actually contest for this at this moment, but you take down Babycakes, the win condition for the previous games.
Yeah, BRAYYY securing that turtle, not going to give it all the way back to Stellark. If you notice OhDeerBambi, I think that's an interesting tank build going in. He will be tanky to counteract against BRAYYY. RSG needs to revise that problem right here because Babycakes takes too much damage up top, and that's an open top side.
Oh, the first rotation's already coming in. Turret has been taken down.
Exactly.
SmellyCat already rotating at the bottom. This is a very different Stellark Esports coming in this game as compared to the previous one. Really well conducted themselves in this one.
Exactly. It feels like they just evolved overnight. It's like something that just, you left it there for a night and it became really good. Stellark performing like a absolute unit right now. RSG on the other hand, oh dear, Diablo will be able to run away. That's a Marsha. That's what Marshas do. But what is RSG gonna do after this? That's the next question. Do they have anything for the later parts of the game in order to carry them all the way to Stellark? Because you do know OhDeerBambi, SmellyCat, and Sync, they're gonna burst RSG down very quickly. But oh no, it is gonna be BRAYYY. Gets pressed. He was spinning, but Lolsie coming in just a little bit slower this time. RSG, they're not performing as a unit.
Oh man, this is where Stellark wants RSG to be at this moment, conforming to their every desire. Diablo down low, down on the turret, takes down.
It's always a 3 against 1. Stellark is fighting an unfair game. They force RSG out of position. We pick one person at a time. Remember RSG, they want to protect Mr. President. They're pulling President out of the White House again.
This might be the crack in the glass, and Stellark Esports is finding that out. Enhanced hook and cooking in.
Enhanced hook going in. Sync will be nowhere to be found. This could be the fight that RSG wants to look out for, but Babycakes takes a little bit too much damage. It's Lolsie and 505 picking up the double kill.
A little bit of miscommunication on that one. SmellyCat went in too deep, hoping that they will survive, but 3 men gets taken down. RSG tries to turn this around. You don't want to take team fights where RSG is all situated right together. Stellark SG, Stellark Esports needs to take this as a pick-off. you have drafted for this pickoff.
Exactly. Stellark and RSG neck to neck right now. It's really something that we need to take a look. Remember, we marketed Stellark as a wildcard. This wildcard has done very well against RSG.
RSG, stick together.
Yep.
Esports try to pick out as much as possible.
Speaking about picking up, OhDeerBambi jumping on the fight.
Ooh,
A little bit low right now.
coming in.
But Bray, he's working on the turtle. He needs to try to secure that. And luckily, OhDeerBambi is letting go. And OhDeerBambi steals away the turtle. But here comes the fatal link. But no follow-up from RSG.
A good punishment coming in. OhDeerBambi, the aggressiveness. This is what we like to see. Fossa coming in, hooks in the purple buff, delaying Bray of any farm whatsoever.
I'm going to be an alarmist right here, Churros. This has gone from bad to worse. RSG has full control in the earlier parts of the game. They were a little bit more passive, but now they're losing control of the map dominance as we see against a revival yesterday.
Babycakes just farming up. He needs as much farm as possible. But Stellark SG, remember, RSG used to stay as a lead. Remember the triangle to see. But OhDeerBambi on the other hand.
Takes the drag. Remember Lolsie all the way in. No follow-up coming up from RSG again. They took too much damage. Lolsie will be the one that goes down, but they were trading for OhDeerBambi. On the other hand, Diablo forcing the issue. Split pushing on the top side.
RSG came out on top of that one, taking down their own roamers for Babycakes down low.
No, definitely nowhere for him to run. RSG, they're losing a little bit of control. No, it's not a little bit of control. They're losing a lot of control. But final fight, yes, that's a good damage against Stellark, but Stellark still has map dominance. Look at the status of the lane Stellark. For a side of RSG, two lanes are so wide open for them to take.
Stellark needs to maintain the momentum. You cannot afford to play as defensive as you want because of your draft. Once you play defensive, RSG is going to counteract this.
Exactly.
You have to not let them conform to your strategy.
Yep, Stellark is really picking RSG apart. Remember, Stellark wants to pick person one by one. The more you dance around, especially against a close composition,
they're going to punish you.
They're going to punish you, and RSG is being punished.
It's just a very, very slow rotations coming up right now, but Stellark SG is trying to look for a little bit more objectives. RSG, there is the defense that we are used to be seeing. Our Lolsie, 505 Babycakes staying together as a unit so far. This is going to be tough for Stellark to break through.
Yeah, saying if you notice the umbrella being placed there, knowing that Lolsie will come in for the flank, the umbrella providing so much bridge, and not only just the fact that you have an umbrella that provides the vision, you also have SmellyCat on that Popo and Cooper.
Yeah, and that was their downfall in the previous game against Slate, not checking the brushes and being aggressive. But
coming in, self-kill, jump over the wall. This is going to be a mega kill going over the side of 505. Two members beside Stellark has already fallen. Babycakes trying to will also fall down. RSG trying to push the issue, but will not be able to transfer anything into another turret push.
Oh, the win condition for RSG has shifted. 505 is taking charge of the main damage dealer. Babycakes needs a little bit more time, so RSG try to grab into the late game. But let's take a look at the instant replay right now. Fatal links onto two members of Stellark Esports, but Fossa managed to hook and Babycakes taking him out on the game for just a little bit.
Yeah, the Fanny jumping on the wall, using the ultimate just to leap over the wall. That is insane mechanics coming out from Bray. Remember the potential child prodigy that we're talking about, right? But then again, RSG, look at the status of the map. It's still in the favor of Stellark. It's always fights happening around the middle, or if it's RSG side of the map.
Yeah, let's take a look at the itemizations real quick. Brody not having any defensive items so far, not conforming to what Stellark wants him to conform to. He knows that he's going to be the main damage dealer. He is trying to build as much as possible. It looks as though he's going to build a Wind of Nature, trying to defend himself from a lot of the physical attack damages coming in. But SmellyCat, on the other hand, already built up 3 main damage items with the Wind of Nature as well.
Wind of Nature is going to be a big problem as
well. A big help. Yeah,
especially against the Fanny, especially against the Brody as well. It's only up to 505 to be able to kill and assassinate SmellyCat before he actually pops off. Don't forget, this is where Stellark truly shines. The mid part of the game, the first Lord has spawned. Stellark has already set out their bivouacs. They're ready to go.
OhDeerBambi trying to zone the Lord out of the crevice actually, and Sync doing his job, checking and just poking them. Trying to get as much fight as possible. You need one member to at least lure that fatal chains away from SmellyCat so that he's able to do that damage. But 505 gets hooked.
Oh no, 505 gets hooked. That's one of the main damage dealer coming up from RSG. Getting out. Lolsie will try to punish. 3 men. Fatal links all the way down. It's now Bray trying to spin, trying to clean it up, but he's taking too much damage. Fossa drinks him underneath the turret.
Oh, SmellyCat just keeps on coming, fighting through. You are 4 and 3. You are able to cycle this with Ray out of the picture. You are able to take that Lord right now. Go for the objectives. Go for the game. You don't want to drag this too long. You don't want babycakes to come online.
That is a three-way punch coming off the side of Stellark. Not only just the fact that they baited RSG in. RSG wants to pick a fight. They know they have to force the issue. But not only just that, they pick up 2 members, and then they also take the mid-lane turret.
Stellark
and the Lord.
Yeah, Stellark made the first move, and that is where they want to be. Make the first move. Always make the first move. Don't wait for Lolsie to come right in. Yeah, you make the first move, see where Lolsie wants to go, and then try to counteract what his position is. It's always action, reaction, action, reaction, but you want to make the first action.
Yep, now speaking about reaction, RSG now has to react against that Lord marching down the bottom lane. If you notice how the side RSG is doing right now, they don't really have a high ground. Some of them could successfully clear away very quickly. Yes, babycakes, but I feel what RSG needs to do, they need to use Diablo to start switching. Ability of Break to start switching.
I definitely agree with you. However, Fossa is being a huge threat in the jungle as we speak. Just checking the brushes.
Yeah.
They learn from their mistakes, and this is their position right now. They have the potential to win this. They just need to maintain this momentum and pick off as much as possible. Lolsie needs to be out of the picture, or Lolsie make the first move onto any members of the
right here, the Lord will charge all the way in sync, jump in any time to burst down the backside. That's why babycakes and Lolsie stay a huge right prevent them from touching any of them at all. But look at Fossa, look at the position, look at Sing as well. There's something bad happening.
Ooh, a Lolsie conceal play coming in. Great retreat, misses everything, does not want to commit. This is where Stellark shines up the most. Drag them out of their base. Once you're out of the range of the turret, you are able to effectively pick them off one by one, especially when Fossa makes a sick play.
Yeah, bottom lane, if you notice RSG, you sneeze on that turret, it will fall. It doesn't have any reference about COVID-19, but the point is you sneeze on that turret, it will actually crumble, and that will open up RSG's bottom side of the base.
Oh, it's actually a mirror strategy. Take a look at Stellark, where Sync and where Fossa is. Always protecting SmellyCat. SmellyCat having his own time in the jungle to farm up as much as possible, gear himself up for the late game. He is the main damage dealer of the team. He is the carry of the team. He only died once, but this is where he's going to shine the most. Look at Sync and look at Fossa. This is what we're used to on their side, where RSG always taking in with the triangle strategy.
The RSG, the bully, starting to sweat a little bit. Some weird kid in the playground starts slapping his backside a little bit too much, and RSG, they felt shy. They don't feel confident at all. Lolsie has been trying to engage, but they got massively punished by Stellark. Just look at the gold lead in the favor of Stellark, but not too much. Just one fight. RSG just needs that one fight.
It's sort of like capture the flag. Both teams need to get Stellark Esports needs to get babycakes. However, on the other hand, RSG needs to get SmellyCat. So if any one of them is down, that is where the window is open and you can just breeze through. However, Stellark already looking to get that second Lord of the match.
Yeah, Stellark has always been very disciplined in regarding the neutral objectives. It's always there. They're from the setup camp, and they know that these neutral objectives will effectively win them the game.
Chu drags them apart. The rest of Stellark needs to be quick to follow. They do have the mobility. They do have bush control and the pick off control right there. Lolsie just trying to zone out, give as much vision as possible. Let's tone this down. It looks like a Mexican standoff at this point.
It's a Mexican standoff, but OhDeerBambi is forcing the issue as time goes by. RSG may lose that Lord right here. He's already half HP. Lolsie trying to look for more. Will be able to find Chu and Sing, but Chu and Sing give them wide. But for now, but the Lord will get taken down by Stellark, and RSG, they missed that window of opportunity. This is going so wrong.
This is okay. This is okay. In my point of view, RSG gave the Lord over to Stellark because they want the Lord to go over to their base. It's okay if I lose my bot lane turret. All I need is them to overcommit. If they overcommit, they stick together. If they stick together, that's where 505 and Lolsie shine. Enhanced chain, fatal links. This is just a mind game.
Yeah, Stellark just not giving any information over to the side of RSG. They have everything. They've got this trap, they've got this umbrella. But then again, RSG is always kept in the dark. They don't know exactly where they are. Look at how RSG is not pushing out. They're trying to huddle in. They need to protect that bottom lane. Don't forget, it's another Luminous Lord walking all the way down. But Stellark is starting to take down turrets.
Stellark is looking like they're in a better position. Fossa can just go fishing right here and here. But you need to fish out the right heroes. But On the bot side, though, looks like Chu really trying to pull them out of position. Stellark and Bray tries to take down that last Lord. But on the top side, though, they are struggling to defend their base. Stellark just being really, really disciplined at this point. No engages whatsoever, just waiting for them to come out of the base.
Yes, they just need to wait for them to come on the base, right? The way that I will force you to come on the base is that Frank hook. But now RSG, they have a bottom lane that's really, really wide open. But Bray, oh my goodness, that could have gone so wrong for Stellark. Stellark has worked so well for the past 17 minutes. Stellark doesn't need Sync to go down at that particular time.
Remember, RSG is a really, really late game composition. They do have the crowd control to turn anything. Even though Stellark is on top in terms of economy, in terms of objectives, at any point of time, RSG is able to turn this round.
Yeah, let's hold it down a little bit. Stellark, they're not making any moves for now. Like I said, they're keeping the jungle absolutely dark. But conceal play going in. Fossa is looking for someone to pick off. No one in there. It's a blind hook for now, but RSG will be staying alive just a little bit longer.
That's okay. That's a good prediction coming in from Fossa. He knows where RSG might be. They might have watched like thousands of hours of replays of where RSG. They were from RSG at one point. Sync was actually an RSG member, so it's like, hey, yeah, you know, Lolsie always stays there. Maybe he's gonna be at that bush, just hooking that bush, just go.
Yeah, he provides so much vision as well, right? Like I think, just that particular spot for now. RSG, they need to find a way to take this Lord, which is coming at 29 seconds. I think if RSG wants to take this Lord, they need to force one pick off first. Sync is a juicy target, but RSG needs to find him, or even better, SmellyCat.
Sync, all he needs to do is squeeze them together with the yin yang overturn. Squeeze 505, babycakes, and Lolsie together. Once they are together, you know where that is. But Chu, on the other hand, almost in a spot of bother.
Oh, Chu doing a lot of damage against Bray earlier just now. That's not exactly what you want. And now, you know, RSG forced to go all the way back. The Lord, once again, we've been here before. It's up to RSG to really force the issue. Stellark, on the other hand, is just basic. They're waiting for RSG to walk in. It feels like they're employing the strategy that was used against them, against RSG.
Exactly that. They are protecting SmellyCat as much as possible, but Sync on that top side.
Oh, Sync on the top side, taking out 5-on-5. It's like a 4v5 right now. Lolsie needs to find a way to drop in that fatal links, but babycakes now taking a few more punches. Diablo punches Sync. The damage dealer from the side of Stellark all the way in, but at the same time, Lolsie is there to try to protect babycakes a little bit close. Lolsie drags the fatal links, pulling and protecting babycakes like a boss. But now, whether Stellark will be able to punch it all the way out, because now the Lord is still up though, and SmellyCat is still alive.
This is good. Stellark is able to cycle them right now. 5-5 gets taken out. Diablo out of the picture. This leaves SmellyCat wide open. Although Sing is down, you are able to take down this Lord effectively. Bray over there just trying to wait for the right time to click that retribution.
Yes, but then there's a 4-member around versus 3. RSG, they still need more time. 30 more seconds. They should be up on 4. But Lolsie still need to charge though. He needs to have the fatal link. He can't do it, but he's constantly getting suppressed. Stellark just bounces on top of Fate Lolsie and but yes, that fatal link's coming a little bit too slow, and now she's too slow for the side of RSG, and Stellark just wipes out the 2 members.
Maintain the momentum. You have the momentum. You have to fight front to back. You are in a better position. You can turn this around. This is your time to shine. Bray, all alone. Fossa does not have his ultimate. This will be a very, very tough retribution from Bray.
What can Bray do? Just one person. Fossa just needs Bloody Hunt to come online. Now, look at Bray trying to put some 5-on-5. He gets captured by Chu. It's always one member on top of each member from the side of RSG. Stellark working on the Lord a little bit close for now. Bray always lingering down the forcing in the issue. Barely Fossa comes and actually takes down the retribution. The Lord with the retribution on the side of Stellark.
Diablo on the backside though, trying to aim onto SmellyCat, but it's still over. Diablo is able to get out alive.
And the worst part is, Bray was trying so hard to try to retri-steal. Stellark doesn't want it. They protected that Lord like it's a baby.
Fossa, what a play. What a play. Waited for the right time for Bloody Hunt to pop up. Takes down Bray. This is where they can cycle RSG. However, Lolsie is up and Fatal Links is locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded indeed. I don't know why we're calling CHURROS right here, but RSG, they do need to face down this Lord. Bray is still 20 seconds left. Stellark is looking to try to recycle this. One member on the front side. RSG go down. It will be over for RSG.
Oh man, Lord marching down. Lolsie just waiting for the right time. He needs to seek out SmellyCat.
Yeah, and the worst part is mid lane is already open. Fossa, I think he's going to be able to drag Lolsie. Lolsie needs to try to make a play. The NHS is going in. Fataling's joined out as well. BabyCakes trying to lay down the damage. The RSG successful to disband for now. When they push Stellark away from the base, they don't want you to take your base. They want defense.
Oh man, 4 members down. SmellyCat is down. This is where they need to back off. Reset, wait for SmellyCat to come out. But they are trying to maintain the momentum.
Yeah.
They know they can take this OhDeerBambi in half health. All you have is
Yeah.
Fossa, Chu, and Sync. Chu on that side doing a ton of damage and pushing them back. His target is BabyCakes. Once he seeks him out, they know that RSG is going down.
RSG clean shaven